All right, and we are back. StrongIsland.com, the weekly show. LA and F.L.O.W.Z.
That's right. That's right.
In the building. PT
Back
Spinners
again.
in the building.
What's
up,
going
F.L.O.W.Z?
on? LA, man. What's going on, man? How you been?
Doing it, man. Doing it. Good week. Good week.
That's what's up.
Had a great show last night. We had some
Good ratings. Good.
Yeah, we had
up?
good guests, and we had a live performance.
Okay.
And it
That's
was
what's up.
yeah.
Who performed?
We had a young girl by the name of Leah Delgado. She's a local talent. She two big dance producers on Long Island, Razor and Guido, produced her, and so we did a whole night. We let them spin. We did an interview with her, and she performed her new song live that they produced, and had a lot of viewers and great vibe, great show.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
it sounds like it was interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
but I definitely. I'm gonna go back and
you got it. Are
watch
you a
it.
member of
Exactly.
StrongIsland.com?
Yeah, I'm definitely a member. That's why I say what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Yes,
Just because
absolutely.
it's only right. I gotta support my family. It's
That's
only
true.
right.
All right, well, we just YouTubed it, so should be up there tonight. So
Okay, that's
take a
what's
look.
up.
All right, so what's going on, F.L.O.W.Z? Question of the day. Let's do it.
Well, if everybody knows, if you're a member, you've already seen my question up. I put it up on Tuesday morning. But the F.L.O.W.Z one open question of the day is: does music inspire or control? Does music inspire or does it control? So basically, what I'm asking, trying to get the mechanisms moving in your mind. Like, do you think music inspires you to do things, want to be successful, want to get money, want to be, want to be positive, or do you think it controls you to the point where it might make you want to do things that you don't necessarily in your logical mind want to do? You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why I brought this question up, because I was thinking about, remember back in the day where they talking about, like, let's say a Marilyn Manson, or, you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot of like the real hard rock, and they was talking about, like, you know, people would listen to that and they would go out there and they would kill themselves, or they would shoot up a school like a Columbine, or, you know, something like that. So that's why I really brought the question up, because me personally, like, my own opinion, I think it inspires me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think everything, like this, the music that you listen to depends on whatever mood you're in at the time. So I don't really think the music controlling you. You're already feeling how you feel already. The music just either adds to that aggression or it takes away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what I think.
the music could comfort you. It could anger you more. You know what I'm saying? It could, it could do a lot of things. But I agree. I believe that music can influence you, not control you. I can't. If any song is controlling you, then I think there's something
wrong with you.
Yeah, there's
I'm about to say
something
your
loose
mental,
up there,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Your mental is not weak. It's very weak. It's not strong enough.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense how you could listen to something and then have all of a sudden it controlling you, what you're doing, and making you do things that you wouldn't normally do regularly. That's reaching far for me.
Well, the only reason, like I said, the reason why I brought it up, because in the time with all the school shootings and everything, that's what they were saying, that a lot of these students, or, you know what I'm saying, the people that did these crimes, they were listening to hip-hop. I'm sorry, not hip-hop. They were listening to rock and roll, and they were saying like that, supposedly if you listen to it backwards, it's like devil music, like you hear the Satan. I never heard it, but like this is what they're saying in the media and on in the news and everything. So I was like, well, is that true? You know what I'm saying? Could it be possible?
Yeah, no, that's.
You don't think so?
I mean, they used to say that back in the days when they used to play, I don't know if it was Beatles records or something. You used to hear certain things.
John Lennon and all of that.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, Puff the
like
Magic Dragon had nothing to do with a magic dragon. Like, I just found out. Well, I ain't just find out, but, you know, I was really shocked. Like, oh, I used to love that song.
Oh, really? That was
Man, listen, I really thought it was about. Remember the cartoon, Puff the Magic Dragon?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like kind of going off topic, but it's about something totally different. What I'm saying is, I think like I said, it inspires. Because like right now, we had PT Spinner was just playing some good music, right? I was thinking about Watch the Throne. Like, all I kept thinking about was like, yo, how can I get myself just as popular as the people that's on the radio that PT is spinning, you know what I'm saying? He's spinning. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm saying is, I think the music, what it's going to do for anybody, like, and any callers, y'all can call in, 516-945-9099. Let me know if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what your opinion is. But I think it inspires you to do things. Like, when I first heard that song, Drake and the Trey Songz, it was I'm Successful. I'm just trying to be successful. I swear you, I bumped it every morning, every night, because at the end of the day, I think that's really what we want. We all want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we all want to be successful.
All right, we got our first call. Hold on. Mute this.
See, we got a caller calling in.
This. StrongIsland.com. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Cola, how you doing?
I'm good. Hello, LA. Hello, F.L.O.W.Z.
Hi. Is this Amityville in the house?
That's right.
Yes,
Aville,
that's who it
stand
is.
up.
All right, you representing.
Listen, it's a good question because immediately when I heard it, I thought, does music inspire or conspire instead of control? And the only reason why I say conspire is I think F.L.O.W.Z had alluded to the fact that back in the day, and I think LA mentioned it as well, back in the day how they used to say, well, certain music will make you want to go out and go crazy or do crazy things. But me being a doctor, and when I wrote my dissertation, it was actually about emotional intelligence. And part of my research was that I would take music and I would allow people to listen to the music. And then I would ask them a question. I'd ask them the question before the music, and then I'd ask them a question after the music. And I'd have all different kinds of music. And then I asked them a question, and I would base my study or my research and my findings on how they responded to the question based on the type of music.
Okay.
Some felt that, oh, the question made them think of, because the music made them think of beautiful leaves and nice things, and it depended on what type of music they listened to. For example, if they listened to Bach, if they listened to jazz, if they listened to soft, mellow music, and if they listened to waterfalls, they came out with the most beautiful responses. But if they listened to some form of hip-hop, if they listened to heavy metal, when they finished, they were like, "Wow!" screaming and was loud, and their response was loud. And what that, like I said, my dissertation was about emotional intelligence. And just to give you an idea of what emotional intelligence is, it's the ability to bring out the best in yourself and others. So that music, along with the music, and I would also give them color markers.
Okay.
And I would have them mark the colors and tell me what they thought about the colors. What did it make you when you smell it? It had a smell. Did it smell like grape? How did it make you feel? So, in getting back to your question, music does affect how you view things, how you see visual images.
Definitely. No, I mean, just to piggyback on what you're saying, like I definitely I believe in that to a certain extent, because like I think, like I was saying before, I think your mood already kind of like it sets up what kind of music you want to listen to. So I think like when you're in a happy mood, you're gonna listen to happy music or some mellow music. Or if you're not feeling well, like if you could just wait through, you know what I'm saying, you lost a loved one or something like that, you're gonna listen to more of like a mellow, but at the same time, music that you can relate to and you can understand at that time. So like I definitely agree with you on that. Now I do have a little question for you. Do you think, since I was just asking LA, do you think, you said conspire, but the reason why I was saying control is because, like you said, after they heard certain genres of music like hip hop or heavy metal or anything like that, or punk, they actually were real excited, real amped after the fact. But when they listen to the mellow music, they were more like real calm and laid back. So do you think that actually can affect on how they're gonna approach the rest of that day?
Absolutely. And part of the research also was that after they listened to the music, I would ask them questions, but then I'm going to pose this to the both of you. And I asked each one of my responders, I asked each one of them a question. And that was, when you hear a particular song, where does it take you? 90% of the people said, when I hear, I use one example. One example the girl gave me was, when I hear Barry White, because we used to call him Begging Barry. So she said, when I hear Barry White.
Begging Barry, okay.
When I hear Barry White, it takes me back to a time where she was romantic and so on and so forth. And certain music takes me back to the birth of my child. So music will take you back or take you to places that you may not even think you're going to.
Yeah, well, that's true with sights and sound.
I'm about to say sound, sight, vision, everything. Yeah,
it's weird because whenever I have fresh grape juice, like real grape juice, that smell opening up the can, it takes me immediately back to Woodside, Queens, to my grandparents' house in the backyard, and in the basement. He used to make wine. He used to have a little vineyard set up in the concrete. It was ridiculous. It was such a small, but it was funny. And he used to grow.
Press the grapes?
Yeah, he used to make jelly, and he used to make wine in the basement. And it's amazing. I go right there, and I can visualize. I can stand there in the yard and see the whole layout of the yard. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, just to piggyback on what you're saying, they say that music conveys the thoughts and feelings, a lot of things that sometimes we're unable to say or to communicate. So it's like it's certain things in music that's why you relate to it more. Because you're like, you know, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking about trying to do that. That was one of my goals for next week or next year or tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why a lot of times it speaks more in volume, because like the meanings, I put like this, the meaning in words, it carries through sound waves, and what it does is it goes from one audio system to another. And when I say the audio system, I mean like my ear, your ear, or me hearing something might be something different that you hear, but we're still going to get the same premise of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I think at the end of the day, like to me, you know, the words, words are words, but when they said a certain kind of way and when they put with some music, it actually inspires more.
You know what? Let me just say, because I just read this on the internet right now. Very interesting. It's about music, and they're saying, it says that many lyrics in a lot of songs are not clearly distinguishable consciously. When you do not hear the music clearly, you cannot make the conscious choice to accept or reject it. And Jimi Hendrix said you can hypnotize people with music. And
Absolutely.
When you get them at their weakest point, you can preach into their subconscious whatever you want to say. That blows me away, because I never really knew that.
There is your control.
And I'm about to say that. That's the other side, and that's like that. How you want to say that? It's like a lose-lose, not also a win-lose situation. Like you love it because it's like it helps you. It gets you, it releases stress. It helps you. You know what I'm saying? Go through, let's say, working out or whatever. But at the same time, certain music, people know that. Is like music is power, because then your words are power. So if people will listen to a whole speech or listen to anything that you're saying, and if you put music with it, and before you know, like he just said, LA just said, Jimi Hendrix said, if you get somebody at their weakest point, they're already like on a rebound. So they're already, so they're waiting. They're waiting for somebody that, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? And you're basically teaching them in your song. No matter, it could be a negative or it could be a positive. So they get.
You know, that's good. And you know what's ironic to that too? When I teach my students, even my adult students, I teach them to music, especially the children, because if you can teach a child through music, that child will learn every single word forwards, backwards, and any other way.
Very, very
true. But
true.
if you just teach them normally, yeah, maybe they'll pick it up. Some will, some won't. But even those who don't pick up as quickly, give them their lessons through music. I guarantee you they'll know it better than the ones who were the A students.
100% right. Actually, you know, so funny. I still remember to this day, like, you know, certain words when I was younger that I had to do spelling bees and stuff like that for my spelling test the next day. My mother would actually, she would like for me to learn how to spell water, she would like W-A-T-E-R, water. Like, so she would say it with the whole little beat. So like, yeah, W-A-T-E-R, water, W-A-T-E-R. So it's like, oh, got my own beat with it, and I think that's why I'm so into music now. You know what I'm saying? Like it works because I didn't know how to spell it, but when she threw like a little a beat or a little rhythm with it, it was like, oh, okay.
She broke it up into the syllables.
It's syllables, exactly. And then the thing is, it catches a different part of your brain. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, now I'm interested in that. Like, I like that. I want to say that. Like, I'm at the test the next day, like W-A-T-E. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that could have influenced you
into music?
Into rapping, because just writing and putting it into a rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you know, so funny. I think that's one of the reasons why. Because I know one of my reasons why I do a lot of my music is because it's like I said, it helps me release my stress. It's a lot of things like I either work out or I go to the booth. You know what I'm saying? Try to release all my anxiety, stress, everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think that actually could be the reason, because it's an easier way for me to display and for other people to understand what I'm saying, rather than me telling you like, LA, I've been through this, I've been through that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You rather hear it like, oh, you've been through this, you've been through that, and you hear what it be.
Well, you're telling a story through your music.
Exactly, through your music.
You know what? You're 100% correct, F.L.O.W.Z. And think about this. When you see a video or a movie, you see what's happening, and okay, it's great. However, when you hear the music to go along with the video, the music takes you there.
Yes.
It takes you into the scene. It puts you there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have any video you want, you can have any movie you want, but unless you have the right music to make you feel what they want you to feel, then it doesn't mean a thing.
Very
You
true.
understand what I'm saying? Music is very, very good and inspiring. And as L.A. just mentioned about Jimi Hendrix, controlling.
It could be used, but like this, I guess that's with anything in life, though. You have, like, you know what I'm saying, it's the good and the bad, everything. Somebody is going to find the good in it, and somebody can also find the bad in it and use that, you know what I'm saying, in a negative way.
Sure, it's how you use it. And, I mean, just look at, like, even, like, ancient civilizations. They always had music. They always had song. And even in religion, they had, you know, they would turn
Praise,
it into,
exactly.
turn it into a song. And they're really, you know, preaching, you know, or worshiping, but they're doing it through song.
Exactly.
You know? So,
but did you ever realize that sometimes, like, I don't know if that works for you, because like you're in the music too, DJ PT Spinner. Like, let me know, and also you, caller, when you listen to music, you don't realize how you actually sometimes, rather than you just reading it or you reading it somewhere or something like that, you actually understand it that much more, because you're actually getting you kind of paint your own picture with the words.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a picture without being a video. Once you hear the music with it, it's like the beat. It automatically, like I said, I know me personally, I know something more to a T, and I'm more detailed with it if I hear the music into it rather than me reading it or reading an essay.
Well, you know, with that thought in mind, if you hear music that is, for those who worship this way, I'm not saying anything negative about you, but if you hear music that is more Satan worshiping, and it's really crazy, wild, whatever kind of music, how do you think you're going to feel? What will be your emotions as a result of hearing that?
all right, well, look at this. I'm going to read one more thing, and it talks about music. Forgetting about the lyrics, it says, fast music will speed up the nervous system while slow music will slow it down. Sounds vibrate in different parts of the body. Low tones will vibrate in the higher portions and on into the head. Much of today's popular rock music is built around a heavy bass pattern louder than the melody. These low frequencies vibrations reverberate in the lower parts of the body so that the music feels good.
Okay.
Feels good. So that's what bass actually does to us. The vibration, the movement actually, I guess, soothes us. You know what I'm saying?
I think it does. That's what's up. What else does it say?
These loud, low-frequency vibrations are the driving beat of most music. Affect the pituitary gland, which controls male and female responses. The repeating sound pattern induces the hypnotic state of mind that is similar to daydreaming, thus clearing the mind of all thoughts so that the message can be implanted in the unconscious without resistance.
There's control again.
Once again, it's a way of, like I said, because when you just reading it or you're just hearing it, it's regular. You know what I'm saying? But when you see, it's a difference when you're hearing music and you're listening to it a little bit more. Because most of the time people listen to music, you just hear somebody talking, or you just hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big difference between hearing and listening. You know, like the music actually, it gets deeper. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of remember it later, like, oh, that's what he said. So you're like, oh, okay, that's what he means. And now you might even start portraying your life like that.
It makes an impression in you.
Yeah, it really does. Actually, and the funny part is, and that's why I was saying, does it inspire or does it control? Because now us as adults and people that claim to be adults, we're mature enough to know that we make our own choices and we don't let music control us. But what about the children? You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of children that we emulate. They emulate everybody. Rappers, they want to be like rock and roll stars. They want to be like, you know what I'm saying? So right now they out there doing whatever the rapper says.
You know what?
So like that's where the control comes in, because when you're not strong, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, caller. I just want to finish this thought.
Go ahead.
But basically, if you're not old enough, or if you're not mature enough to how you want to say it, have your own mind and have your own thought and your own way of thinking in life, then that music actually becomes that control.
Understood. So you know what? I agree with that 100%, but there's a portion of that I kind of disagree with, and that is, there's certain music that I will put on that will actually control me, and I allow it to control me. When I say control me, it will put me in the mood. Okay. You know what I mean? Whatever, maybe in the back of my mind I was thinking that I wanted to be in that mood. I don't know, but I do know that, okay, there is certain times of the night that I may put on the song that may want to take me there.
Oh,
I won't say
really,
where that is, but they want to take me there, and I allow it to take me there.
Sound
but
like some Marvin Gaye or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Barry White, Marvin Gaye.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
said
kidding
Big
me?
and Barry, huh?
I mean, they always said that Barry White was responsible for more.
A lot of baby making.
More
Begging Barry,
pregnancies.
baby making.
Yep.
Definitely.
Baby making Barry, begging Barry.
Hence the term baby making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Makes us feel good. It relaxes us. It gets us in a lovey mood.
It definitely does.
You know.
You know, so funny. I did a little bit more research that I just found out. It says, proven by scientists that music helps people relax, release stress, and inspire and motivate us. Music can change your mood positively or negatively, depending on the type of mood, the music you listen to. Now, for example, music with negative messages, as such as, you know, got rap, heavy metal, it says, cause people to become more angry. Now, I want to finish that thought, but I just want to piggyback. I know when I was in junior high, before every football game, I actually listened to Tupac because he got me hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got me like, yeah, I gotta go out there and hit somebody. So I guess that does work to a certain extent because it wasn't like a negative message, but it was like that bass, like you were saying, like it gets you like.
Well, you know what? It sounds like it does more than influence. It controls us, but we know how it controls us, so we choose to select what kind of control we're looking for at that particular time.
Got you.
Because you're right.
But that's if you're thinking logically, or if you have your
thinking
own mind.
Yeah, if you're taking a step back and looking at it as human beings, that's what we're doing. We're aware of it, even if we're not. You know, we pick a song. We want to feel a certain way. We want to start the day in a good mood. We have a particular song. I always used to love Bob Marley, Three Little Birds.
I was about to
You
say
hear that song in the morning. It's a beautiful day no matter what happens.
Listen, I'm not telling you, and when you said, Carla, when you was talking about the mellow mood music, like I love that because me personally, I'm like more of a fallback guy. So like, I mean, I love hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, like, I mean, I'm an artist, so I'm more of a MC for hip hop. But at the end of the day, my favorite music is reggae and oldies but goodies. You know what I'm saying? I love rap, but at the same time, like I love that music that brings me back. And I just feel like I feel like I'm in a couch, laying somewhere with a big couch and just laid back. Somebody got like a feather feeding me grapes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you feel me. That's how I feel. That's how it feels. So it's like that's what I be wanting. You feel me? Like I don't want to hear. Like, a lot of times, if I'm already feeling some kind of way, do we have a caller coming in?
Yeah, actually, we have another caller. So thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Have a great night. Hello, StrongIsland.com. Who's there?
Yes, hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Strong Island.
What's up?
Oh, Strong Island. What's going
on? What's up? RBG salute, F.L.W.Z. One eye open.
RBG salute. What's going on?
Salute, LA.
Hey.
Shout out to Strong Island.
No doubt.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Okay, this is my topic right here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I am so inspired and controlled.
Oh, okay.
By
you got
music.
both. Okay.
You know, I feel like
Go ahead.
the survivor that I am.
Can you
you know,
you're going in and out, so you can I don't know if it's your service or can you like move to like a little
I'm going in and out?
Yeah, right now. So can you like move like to the
left? Is it good now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like I've been both inspired and controlled by music at times.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the reason that I consider myself a survivor. It's certain music that, you know, inspires me, positivity. And then, like you said, sometimes it can put you in a negative type frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I really think if you're not mature enough, it can be more controlling than inspiring to listen to certain types of music. Like you said, where the kids will just like emulate, you know, different artists and just want to take on that persona of a particular artist, not even really listening to what music, the message in the music is.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate music with a message.
Okay, so you like music with a message rather than like more of like a negative connotation in their music.
I mean, sometimes if you could be in a mood where even a negative song can kind of inspire, you know, how you're feeling.
Very
so
true.
you want to listen to that, like you mentioned, Pac. You put Pac on, you know, he can inspire you to feel like if you're in an angry mood or you just, you know, you had a bad day or something like that, it can pull more of that out of you just by listening to a certain type of music. And I'm not one genre. I love all music.
Okay.
You know, I can listen to any type of song and find something positive in it.
Well, I mean, that's the good thing about music, because in all genres of music, like, I might not listen to every single one, but I try to give my ear, you know what I'm saying, I keep an open ear to any kind that I, you know what I'm saying, I might encounter. And as long as it's a positive, it's like I said, it's a positivity, and it's more like a more of a positive message in it, I have no problem with it. But like it becomes like other things when I don't know what they're saying, and I'm kind of like nodding my head. I'm like, okay, I might be nodding my head just saying, I hate all humans. And so, you feel me? Like, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I rather, like, I rather know whatever. Like I said, when LA was just talking about Bob Marley. That right there, Bob Marley puts me in a perfect mellow mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically, to me, I think Bob Marley helps you. He helps you reveal yourself to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Through all his music, because everything, like, he's one of them people. That's why I say it's more of an inspiring thing rather than controlling, because he made me, you know what I'm saying, open my eyes to a lot of things. You be like, you know what? Listen, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, could be corruption here, corruption there, but at the same time, we still have to live life. You know what I'm saying? The world doesn't stop spinning. You know what I'm saying? So these those little things.
Exactly. I mean, the right music can, if you're like in a situation where you're maybe falling in love, the right music can, you know, really build on that. If you're in a breakup situation, the right music can build on that. You know, you can get up and play the same, you know, music every day, all day, because hearing that music is helping you to make it through that day, you know, actually like that. So that's how I am with movie music. I've been, I have a book that I've been doing for the past 20 years that's basically music quotes and, well, I call it hot bars. And basically all day long, things that come out of my mouth are other people's inspiration through their music. You know, I might just say a quote from that or a quote from this. And it's always, when I think about it, it may be, you know, directly linked to something I listen to, or, you know, something that really inspired me through the music.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So do you think, you know, how like certain quotes or certain phrases in music inspire us? Do you think the opposite? Do you think it inspire us in a negative way too? You know, not just a positive way, or is it just what we feel?
No, it's not just positive. It can also affect you negatively, and in that respect, like certain artists, like you were saying, like heavy metal, things like that. If you really like listen to what they're saying, you can understand when people have maybe even blamed it on like a teenager's suicide or something like that. Because if you listening to those lyrics and you're really feeling it in your heart, or you're really in that depressed state, it can really make it worse.
Yeah.
So it really does depend on the lyrics within a song, how whether it's inspiring or, you know, being controlling your actions.
I think that, you know, I hate to put it all on rock music because I mean, I listen to a lot of rock music and I love most of it, you know, but I think rock and hip hop have definitely those two genres seem to be the ones that are blamed on.
Everybody gets angry or some kind of violence becomes to fruition when people are around.
Why is that? I mean, you're talking about there's a you know, the younger generation you know, not happy with the way things are going, like rebellious, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yes, definitely. Well, but even like with me, I love hip hop. So I listen to hip hop and I find the inspiration in it. And it can even be where someone might think what they're saying is coming from a negative place. But if you've been there, you can feel, you know, where they're coming from. And it may not always be a negative to you. It really is a personal preference issue when it comes to music and how you interpret.
You're absolutely right.
The music that you listen to and that you love. But I do feel like a lot of the younger generation is being controlled because a lot of music that's being now is not actually saying much.
Yeah, not
in my opinion.
No more lyrics, you know, like that. Yeah.
Lyrically, it's not there. But like, I'm a fan. F.L.O.W.Z when I open, I'm a fan. I listen to F.L.O.W.Z music, and I feel where F.L.O.W.Z is coming from through a lot of his music, and a lot of my hot bars that are in my book come from, you know, things that he said, because his music is spiritually uplifting at times, or it's just a story. When music tells a story, you know, you can really feel that too. So I like music that tells a story, or even sometimes like it could be like a clowning type music. Like I love to dance, so if it's the right music behind the lyrics, then sometimes you might not even care what they're saying because you're more filled with the music.
Well, you know, so funny. Well, first off, I definitely want to say I appreciate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you very much for calling. Why don't you finish? Let me just get this call, see if we can catch it in time.
Call, are you there?
StrongIsland.com.
Yes, hello?
Yes, how you doing?
Hello. I give us out to StrongIsland.com and close when I open.
Oh, yes, salute. How you doing?
Cool.
Are you listening to the question that we talking about today?
Yes.
Okay, so do you think music inspires or do you think it controls people?
Well, I really don't know because sometimes music can get people hyped. Sometimes it can make them feel down for listening to certain songs, or sometimes it can make them feel better. So I think sometimes it may inspire some people and it may control some people too.
All right, so put like this. Do you think, because this is a question I asked LA and I asked some other callers, do you think that the mood, do you think music first and then your mood, or mood first then your music? Because I know me personally, I listen to my music depending on the mood I'm already in. So like if I'm already feeling happy, then I'm gonna listen to like some Bob Marley or something like that. But if I'm feeling like a certain kind of way, I'm gonna listen to that kind of music.
All right, so the question is, let me ask both of you, as the caller and you, F.L.O.W.Z, is we all agree that music influences us to feel certain ways. So now, could we say that music controls us and we kind of choosing how we want to be controlled at those particular times? We're making conscious decisions. Hey, I want to feel good. Let me play something that actually controls me to feel good. Are we, is it like that?
You know, so funny, I don't know if it's like more of a, see, like I said, myself, I don't only speak for myself, but when I listen to music, like I said, I like some, like if I'm feeling good, I listen to some Bob Marley or some oldies but goodies. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the music that I need. I don't know if that's actually controlling me to make me feel like I want to feel better, because I was already in a good mood and just want to keep me in that good mood. Sometimes when I hear certain songs, it actually takes me out of that good mood, and I actually got to switch the music.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying?
And you're making a conscious decision, because technically you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, I don't like the way this music is making me feel, and you're controlling the control. You're realizing that you're being controlled, you're making a conscious choice, and then you're switching to something else that controls you in a way that you want to be controlled.
But see, is it control, or is it more like
or is it a really strong influence?
Yeah, but is it an influence? That's what I'm about to say. Cause like my thing is like, think about it. Like in whatever mood that you might be in at certain points, you might be like, you know what? I want to hear this song, right? And then you be like, you know what? After that song goes off, another song comes. Oh, like that just messed up my whole mood. I know you said that before, but it happened to me plenty of times. It'll be like two good songs on the radio, and then they play another song. I'm like, oh.
Yes, you there?
Yes, okay. I was losing my signal.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no, we were just basically saying, have you ever felt like the music actually, like I said, the music, which one do you think comes first? Your mood or the music creates your mood, or vice versa?
It all depends on the mood I'm in. Like if I'm feeling good, I might play some hip hop, or you going through personal issues, you play certain songs that make you feel good. I guess it inspires me, but it doesn't control me. I don't see how music controls someone's thinking or their actions.
Okay.
Well, what I was just reading before, I read something, and F.L.O.W.Z, you heard it.
Yeah,
and now you're talking about science here and how music and tones affect how you feel, how your body feels. So, initially I said, yes, music definitely inspires you. But after reading some of the things today, and like I said,
scientifically proven at that.
Let me just read this quote again from just real quick. But they're saying how music can, the lyrics can control you. And Jimi Hendrix once said, you can hypnotize people with music, and when you get them at their weakest point, you can preach into their subconscious whatever you want to say. And what this article is saying, that a lot of songs, the lyrics are not 100% recognizable. And we may not understand what they're saying all the time in our conscious, but subconsciously, unconsciously, we are picking up the messages. And we may not even know what messages we are picking up. And so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Initially, I would say, yeah, you're right. Music inspires us. It influences us. But there is some science proven that we can be hypnotized. We can be somewhat affected by tones and lyrics. So it's a little bit not so cut and dry, I think.
Well, you know what? I want to say this to you and the caller, LA. I forgot. I got some more research, and it actually says that music can alter your brain waves, and which elevates your mood even after you stop listening to it. So I was just thinking about that because I know it's sometimes, like I was just saying that sometimes on certain songs I don't like it, and it switches my whole mood. But on certain songs, I might, if I'm already feeling a good mood, I might even start smiling, depending on what song comes on. Like, oh, that's my song. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, like I said, I don't know if it's a control thing, because I'm looking at some people in the chat room.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, I'm about to say a 93410.
That sounds like Evo to me. That's got Evo written all over it.
Which one? It might be. I'm about to say it might be, man.
All right, so hold on. Let's get this call. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello, StrongIsland.com.
Hi.
How you doing?
How you doing? We appreciate you calling back in.
Yeah, I was thinking about something that you guys were saying. Mm-hmm. And do you remember the movie? I think Dustin Hoffman played in it. Was it Dustin Hoffman? No, it wasn't Dustin Hoffman. Oh, I can't think now. Anyway, it was Rain Man. Do you remember Rain Man?
Yes, it was Dustin Hoffman.
It was Dustin Hoffman?
Yes, it was.
Okay, now what happened in Rain Man? Was there music involved that actually woke him up?
I think at the end because remember, wasn't he like, I know he was like extra gifted. Like he knew a lot of stuff, but he didn't speak much or something like that, right? Wasn't it something like that?
Right. And the music, in fact, my husband and I had gone to a brain awareness seminar, I think it was.
Okay.
And they literally, as in Rain Man, proved that within, and I think, F.L.O.W.Z, you kind of hit on it also when you said music affects the brain waves. Mm-hmm. They monitored people who were in catatonic states. Yet, when they put on certain calming and soothing music, the brain kicked into motion. And they started responding in a way that they never responded before. So they felt that, okay, this is a way that we can communicate with those who are in a catatonic state.
Now, catatonic, just, saying for the callers and also for myself, is this more like people that, like, let's say bedridden or someone that can't talk, or, in coma or something like that you're talking about? What do you mean?
Yes, they're pretty much in although they're alive, they're awake, they're watching, they're listening, but they can't talk. They're almost in a coma, so to speak, but they're awake.
I was about to say a live coma.
Yes.
Okay.
And literally, they monitor the brain waves, and the brain waves kicked into gear when they heard certain stimulating, soft music.
Okay.
So music speaks to every being of our soul.
Listen,
every being in our body, music speaks to it.
Yep.
I definitely agree. Me personally, I just think like your mood controls your music, and like not vice versa. So like that's why I brought up the question, because I do remember like in the 90s, there was a lot of things going on where people were saying like it's the music. Remember we got gangster rap. Oh, they talking about D, they talking about that. They want to kill cows, this and that. Like it wasn't like nothing skyrocketed that much. Or you know what I'm saying? Sometimes just with anything, they was just saying like Eminem. He talking about the little problem that he had with his mother. So a lot of people were saying I don't like their mother. You know what I'm saying? The B word, all it is. They saying Eminem is a bad influence because certain people listen to it and now they're trying to follow him or model their life after him. So that's why I threw control in there, because at one point in the media they were saying music is the reason why a lot of this violence is going on.
But I don't agree with all of that. To a certain extent, I will say that, as I think you and both F.L.O.W.Z, you and L.A. both mentioned, and more so, I think when L.A. was reading what he was reading from Jimi Hendrix and then iterating later, was that we literally allow the music to control us to do a certain thing. We choose to have that control. For example, like I told you, there are certain times that I want certain music to do certain things, and I put on the music to allow that to happen. So I choose the control that the music has over me. There are times, however, that you don't necessarily choose to control, and it just happens.
Absolutely, and that's what I was saying to F.L.O.W.Z. Like he says, he gets in a particular mood or he wants to feel a certain way, and I was saying to him that, that's almost like you realizing what controls you or what pushes you in that zone that you want to be in, and you're making conscious decisions to
go
play
to it
according to how you want to feel.
I didn't look at it like that.
And sometimes if you're listening to something you didn't play, or you're around and somebody's playing something and you start to feel tense and agitated, then you walk out the room because you feel something's not right. You feel something is happening. You don't like how you're being,
like you're being pulled.
It's like such a, I hate to say control, but it's like, it's very close. It's a fine line. I just want to say, before we break, I like
the word influence that Anan said. I like that influence instead of control.
In the chat room, she says, or he says, influence is subconscious while control is a voluntary decision. So,
Good point.
It is. It's kind of a fine line, but I definitely say we all have to agree that music definitely affects us in a strong, strong way. Whether we think, it's scientifically or it's just how we want to feel, there's something going on, and there's something definitely affecting us. So,
and that's why this was a good question too, because it impacts everyone. Music impacts everyone differently, however, but it does impact them or influence them in some way.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I put like this. The reason why I brought up the question, and that's why I appreciate your your thoughts and your feedback, caller. Everybody else that called in, we appreciate it. But I brought it up because I think music actually, to me, is more of a gateway, to get everybody, like a unified. Rather than but that's what I was saying about anything that's a positive can also be used as a negative. So I think like what LA was saying about Jimi Hendrix's comment, saying that when you're at your weakest point, you could preach whatever to the person and they'll go for it. So like basically at the end of the day, I'm basically saying I think music is more of a inspiration, and it influences us sometimes in a negative, sometimes in a positive. But I still think it's going to be, at the end of the day, it's going to be like the main thing that we need to get everybody unified.
Yes.
Wonderful. Listen, I just want to thank you guys so very much because you always inspire me, not control me, but you guys always inspire me to want to learn more.
Appreciate it. We appreciate you calling in.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
it.
Thanks.
Salute.
Bye-bye.
All right, cool. Well, little does everybody know we're trying to control them.
We are not. Y'all didn't know? I was over here like weak in my eye, every 3 seconds so y'all can see.
Taking over your brain, StrongIsland.com.
That's right.
No doubt. All right,
they got to become a member eventually, because for real, Strong Island is gonna be number one at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. Climb on board.
That's right.
So
don't do it when we're big already, though. Seriously, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm the enforcer, so I will push you off the boat. I have no problem with it.
We'll make you walk the plank. All right, so cool. StrongIsland.com, the weekly show, LA and F.L.O.W.Z. That was the question of the day.
That's right.
Stay tuned. We have Peg and Shy coming up with wacky news views. All right.
That's right. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
5 minutes. PT, take us out.